Okay, well, hello everybody. Welcome back to episode fucking I don't even know what this is. 37?
32?
I don't know. It's been a while. It's episode 32. You are correct. Of Shattered Earth. Last time, so long ago, you guys investigated the underground, underdark ghost town and discovered that many insectoid creatures had either kidnapped or killed the majority of the townsfolk, save for maybe a couple hiding away, whom you rescued. You also discovered that the item and the person you were seeking were no longer in the town and needed to be found by traversing into the hive, or one of the hives of the various correspond that skitter around the bowels of the Underdark. So making your way inside of one, fighting your way through crystallized amber and hordes of random pop-up encounters, you finally found your way to a central chamber wherein a robed figure carrying a crystal-encrusted staff seems to be directing some of the smaller correspond in constructing webs of amber crystal about this room and about the rest of the hive. When he noticed you as you broke down the wall, and combat is about to ensue. So we have already re-rolled initiative because the last initiative was borked as fuck, and we're just gonna go with what we have now.
Because roll 20 did a shit.
It kind of did, and then I think it fixed itself, but I don't want to take any chances, so I just fucking redid it. So,
I think I have a lower ace initiative than last time.
probably. Yes, you do. You definitely do. Volk was dead last time. Flamora is up first.
Can I see inside?
You can when you move your character to see inside. Oh, look at that.
I see all this. Do I see any of the stuff? Or is it free the fireball?
You see what you see. You want to do a fireball?
Yes.
Also, I don't know if you're leaning away from your microphone at all, but you're kind of muffled for me. There's your fireball radius.
Is this better?
Tiny bit.
Okay.
You should be able to move that fireball token wherever you need to put it.
I'll put it right there.
Okay, just drop it in the back of the room. Sounds good. Well, I need to make a few. I forget why I never ever pick that one anymore. Because it doesn't loop very well. Okay. I need to make a series of dexterity saving throws. Go ahead and roll your fireball damage. This thing has advantage.
29.
One, two, three, four, five. Normal ones here. Okay, well, the seer made it with a 25. DC 16, so only one of the other correspond takes half damage. The rest of these are going to be incinerated as fuck going clockwise, so this one dies, this one dies. This one takes half of 29, which is 4 and 10, 14 points.
Yeah.
14 points of damage, and then the rest of the other two here. Oh, I missed one. I need to roll one more. One más, 19. This one survives with 7 hit points as well. 7. Cool. Excellent.
Fly 5 feet up over here. Good turn.
You have 35 feet of movement.
And
Flying around the map. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Correspond. all that remain. How fast are these fucking things? 30 feet. 25. Well.
So dice though, I just care.
I mean, my guy.
Hey, before any of them attack, I want to use Woe to reduce one of their attacks on Fumora.
Do you have to see them?
What'd you say?
Do you have to see them?
Let me check my phone.
Double check that, please, because I don't know if you can see these two from your position in the back of the hallway.
I certainly cannot. Yep, pretty sure I can see within 30 feet, but I can see Flamora. Does that count?
But the target of your woe is not Flamora, is it?
Nah, it really isn't. I'm sorry. I tried to help.
So 8 attacks. Here we go. All at advantage because of pack tactics.
Goodbye, Flamora.
I'm just gonna cast shield preemptively.
Well, you can only do it when it hits
probably-
you, so let's find out.
Shield. Hit. Oh no.
Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Okay, so what is your AC now? With shield?
19.
19? Okay.
I
6 points, 5 points is 11, 8 points is 19, natural 20 for an additional 10 is 20.
yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 failed death
one.
saving throws, another failed death saving throw, and you're done. So Flamora dies from a flurry of attacks.
I don't know why you went ahead like that. You could have
It's,
just gone there to fireball.
This is a pattern, and we're learning. This is a learning experience. But you are dead. You are full ass dead. Good luck.
Wait, what?
And then the rest
Flamora
of
got
these guys.
fucking blundered because she made a misplay there.
It's, you know when the squishy character goes in front of all the things?
Moyle gets an off attack on that one.
It wouldn't move there. Then it would move here.
I didn't see it on my way in. That's why. I didn't want to take an off attack.
So you're dead?
Yep, dead.
Dead.
He's
Full ass dead. Yeah. It's a good way to start an episode off, guys. So you can
I still don't know why you didn't go here.
you can start re-rolling a backup character now in the recap channel, and maybe when you're done
The
creating them,
fuck are you talking
we can
about?
introduce you.
You're not dead yet. You don't re-roll shit.
I don't know. Does anyone have Revivify Diamonds? Maybe you can do something about
Yes,
it. But
motherfucker.
we'll deal with that later. Correspond Seer is up next.
I honestly want to make a different character, to be honest.
Are you fucking okay? Tell me right now if I should waste these fucking diamonds on your ass.
I am telling you right now, I want to make a new character.
It doesn't matter what you want. It matters what Tavanto would do in this situation.
That is also.
The spell said willing target.
This is true. He could waste his Revivify Diamonds. You don't know.
I mean, in character, I don't think Flamora would want to die, and if she survives, you can just retire her.
You know.
This thing is going to scoot on over here 5 feet, so it can get a bead on Moyle, actually, like 10 feet. Let's see what he can see here. He can see Moyle. He can probably see Chance. There's not enough of a wall there to block him. So he's going to use his Psychedelic Orb ability twice. Once on each of you. This is a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw for both.
I'm sorry, what in the fuck?
Go ahead. DC 19 Wisdom saving throw, please.
Alright, I have to ask, what kind of save is this?
This is a saving throw, a Wisdom saving throw against damage.
Yeah, but like, is it charmed or fear effect? Some racial
Got
it
it.
might give advantage or
It
shit
is.
like that.
What is your bonus give it against? Just charm effects, right?
Enchantment effects from spells and abilities.
Okay, it's not an enchantment effect.
I had to ask when you do
well,
this, 'cause I don't know
okay.
what half these things do.
So here's the thing about this ability is that it's variable. I have to see whether or not you take the damage first. So why don't we just roll the thing first of all, normally.
All right, oil first.
With the caveat that if I roll
No.
something... Yeah, okay, so Moyle would fail it, so it doesn't matter.
Also, no.
Also no, okay, cool. Let me roll my dice. So it's like this and this. This one. I'm missing one somewhere.
Really?
Okay. Okay, hold on.
I don't understand. Okay.
34,
That's
40, 44, 48.
I want to talk to you after the session, Flamora.
50, 53 points of damage to Moyle.
I am. Hold on. What's 53 halved?
Halved is 26.
You're taking
Alright.
this damage too, what, bud?
Alright, I am going to use my reaction to give more resistance and give Chance that much in temp HP.
Okay, and that is for taking damage only, right? Not just specifically attack rolls?
I think it's when they take damage.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I'm pretty sure it is.
No.
Only for attack rolls, right?
Yeah, even though that. Okay, that's.
Okay. So for you,
It looks like we might be rolling new characters today.
12.
No, don't even. Please, I just got
16,
back to Savanta.
So Mo just goes.
21, 24, 30.
This is. I'm a little upset already, but this is okay.
35 and 8, 43 points to you.
How you doing, buddy?
43 points to Chance.
Yes.
All right, he's down.
Chance is poofed, or not Chance. Moyle is poofed, rather. So let me do that. And Chance is down. Okay. That is the Seer's turn.
That's okay.
Next up is Thrakar. Now we can do things. He will. Let's see what he can do first of all. He can make things afraid of him, which is probably his best thing that he could possibly do. So, oh, did you add with Thrakar's bonus? It mattered. His is plus.
No,
no,
no.
It would not have mattered.
I already added it.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah. So he's going to give you 30 points of healing from his pool. So you can get up at 30, but you're down and prone. And he's going to run his 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. And then bonus action, he's going to try that fear aura.
Wasn't that provoke attack about from the one front of Chan?
It would, yes, and I'll get to that.
It would provoke 2 upper attacks, actually.
That's fine. He'll take him. He's going to be fine, but I'm going to do this first because I have his sheet up right now.
But
DC 13.
I do think we should at least try to bring Flamora back because the sheet retires after this. Like, would rather have her.
I got it,
This
guys.
is
Fuck,
a
I got it.
discussion for people's turns who have that ability. So he magic resistance advantage on this. Probably gonna succeed. Yep, 23 sounds good. Okay, so Thrakar is threatening this here. He ran right up to him. That's what his turn is. Chance is not dead. Congratulations, Devonta, you're up.
Okay. There is 2 enemies I can see. Who down? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I am going to bonus action Starbolt on the bug right below Chance.
Okay. Beat a 12.
I sincerely hope I do.
You can do it, probably.
Well, probably.
Jafar, he's our man. Hey, 7 points. That's exactly its hit points, so it's dead.
Cool.
Also, I forgot to do
Then,
this one. Sorry. I'm gonna do the. I forgot to do the Apotex, so I'm gonna do those real quick.
please do. I appreciate it. What do I is? Please tell me this.
Okay, so the natural 20 obviously hits. And he needs to make a wisdom save.
Fuck, it's touch. Okay, you're gonna have to wait, Cat, buddy.
That's fine. Okay. 5 points of person from him. Cool. Okay. Okay, cool. So, Apotek's done. One of them died. What was the next thing you're doing?
There's one directly in front of Flamore's corpse, if I do remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, also has already used his up attack, so it has no reaction this turn. This
Yeah, but it's also in my fucking way, and it is a touch spell, so
Sure enough.
guiding bolt, first level.
Nice. That's more than you needed. It's dead.
Cool. I'm gonna get. I know that the weird psychedelic fucking whatever the fuck that took out Chance is in the doorway, so I'm gonna stick sort of back here and wait.
All right, sounds good.
And that that's how
Falk, my friend. 10 feet. See what he's got up his sleeve.
fuck, dude.
What the fuck does this do? Oh. Well, that's certainly something. Can also do this one. That's kind of a. Well, maybe I'll save that one. I'll save that one. He is just going to straight up burn the shit out of it. So, toward the back, not engulfing Thrakar, but toward the back, Chance, you're the only one who can see this. The rest of you just see a kind of a flash of kind of like a white, almost fluorescent light. But Chance, you see a column of black fire just explode out of the ground and engulf the seer for a brief moment. He's going to need to make a dexterity save at advantage. About 18. That is, I think that's enough. Let's find out. What does this say? That's enough to save for half. Okay, so we got 31 halved is 15. 15 points of variable damage. Cool. So that happens, and then he's going to duck back out of the way, so he's not in line of fire, and Strolvan's turn is up.
15 foot, so I can see what the fuck is going on over there.
You see Flamora's lifeless, shredded corpse on the ground, and you see Thrakar squaring off with the seer.
Fuck it, bonus action. Blade song, I think, right? That's what it's called, right?
That's what you do.
Can I stand here?
Yeah, you can squeeze in there. It's a tight fit, but you can get there.
Why is the fucking buttons moving? Or is it my fucking eyes?
I don't know, man. I can see what you see. Hey, there we go. Nice, very nice, natural.
I
natural
am
20.
going to smite.
Of course you are. I would expect nothing less.
Is this fiend or undead?
No. It is going to.
That's Shadowblade.
Ignore that. Ignore that.
That's fine. It is going to not do anything. It's going to just take this hit and fucking get wrecked by it. So far we've got. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. Okay, so 15 and. 15. Jeez, what the hell? How many of those did you? How much of those did you roll?
Crit, so doubles.
Yes, it does. Wow. Okay. So we got Jesus Christ, that's a lot to count. Cool. 55. I'll take
Oh, by the gods.
That's
Oh.
it. Smite, bitch. Just wail on him real quick.
That
cool.
is my turn.
Sounds good. Chance, you are up now.
All right, I am going to get up.
Yes, you do. For you, it was, you saw this like flash of like pearlescent, kind of like light blue and pink orb, just like appear before your face and flash at you, and then the next thing you know, you're on the ground.
I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. Uno, dos, tres.
Cool. 2 hit. 8 and 6 is 14. That's damage. Cool. Cool.
I'm going to step to here. And I will turn on my auras. I'm just going to give them both to myself.
Okay, go for it. Spoons, yeah. Well, does it cost a bonus action to do those, or is it just freebie?
Bonus action for one, free action for the other.
Cool. That's all I need to know. Seer's up. Well, it's got 2 people right in front of it. So, here we go.
I don't mean to brag, but I did the more damage than the other guy.
You did, which is why I'm not leaving this up to an attack roll. I need you to make me a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw. And he's gonna do the same for Thurkar.
Remember, you are within the Paladin aura.
You have +4 to this for Paladin aura.
Is this charmed or?
No. This is an attack. But it requires a saving throw instead of an attack roll. Thurkar succeeds.
So 18.
Fail.
18 is a fail. So, let's do this again. 10, 20, 21, 34, 41.
Wait, 18 failed?
Yes, 18.
Yeah, DC 19.
45.
25?
50. 50 points of psychic damage to you. Thurkar is unaffected. This is a save or suck thing, which is why the DC is so high. So, Thrakar shakes off whatever was done to him. You, unfortunately, do not. So you take 50 points of damage even.
I'm down.
And that's all I can do. Thrakar's going to get vengeance. Because that's what he does. He's got lots of wonderful, wonderful things that he can do. One of which is Staggering Smite, so we're going to do that first. He's going to use a bonus action to cast Staggering Smite on his weapon and then smack the shit out of it. Okay. Roll the talon twice. No advantage. Natural 20, as he's going to smite on, and a 16, which doesn't hit. And that smite is going to be 5th level, so what does that get him? 2, 3, 4, 5, 68.
I'm 2.
I smell something
Times 2.
burning. Oh god, I hope I didn't leave the oven on.
Okay, so we have 20 plus 28 is 48 plus 30 is 78 points of damage, which the seer will have as a reaction. Cool. So that's was it 78? I said. Halved is 35 plus 4, 39 points of variable damage. And then, since he did Staggering Smite, he needs to make a Wisdom save. Or have disadvantage on some stuff. Of course it has advantage on it. And it succeeds, I believe. I don't think his DC is very high. Let's find out. 17, so yeah, no. Unfortunately, it is immune to psychic damage, so it doesn't take any psychic damage. Tavante, you're up.
Okay, I need. Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I need to confer with you for some things, okay?
Sure.
I want to do a very specific set of things, but I need you're okay to do this, okay?
Oh boy.
So, Starry Form Chalice is a bonus action to activate, right?
Mm-hmm.
The wording on this is a constellation of life-giving goblet appears on you. Whenever you cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points to a creature, you or another creature within 30 feet of you can regain hit points equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier. Now, Revivify, words as written, restores 1 hit point to a character.
Yep.
Could I, bonus action, Starry Form Chalice, Revivify, and then throw 1d8 towards Strovan?
Yeah. That's possible. Could, in fact, do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna try to be a good healer for the party. Savanta runs over here. Holy shit, I've never actually been in this room yet. That's kind of scary. I'm gonna cast Revivify using 300 gold in my bag, 300 GP diamonds. Flamora is back up at 1 hit point. And then I'm gonna roll a d8 and add that. Did that roll? I don't know if I rolled or not.
Strovan regains 5 plus your wisdom modifier, right?
My wisdom modifier is what I almost said. Sorry, I'm doing the. It's 4, so 5 plus 4.
Cool. 9 points of hit points to Strovan.
Okay. And then, so Fulmora, can you measure how far I move to get to Fulmora?
You move 15 feet.
How far can I move Flamora back? If I drag.
5 feet.
Okay,
There's
so.
no easy way to
You
have
also, you don't want to.
15, so
You do
run
not
back
want to end
10.
your turn where you're at.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going. Well, fuck. It's either me or. I'm
Just
gonna drag
pull
them
her
back
up.
one.
No, don't do that.
Think about that real quick.
Fuck, whatever. Whatever.
You're
If you
gonna
die,
have
you
to,
die.
you're gonna have to leave her there, brother. She's gonna go down.
I'm
again.
sorry. I did a lot.
It's fine. She I deleted her initiative, so we're gonna have to re-roll that so I can re-add it. Actually, I'll just do this. Add 2. You had a 24.
So-
I mean, technically, she left combat.
Yeah, she's still there. She's gonna occupy her same spot.
No, I mean, initiative-wise, technically, she, left, quote-unquote, left combat.
Her body as an object was technically part of combat. If someone wanted to use like catapult to throw her corpse at the thing and deal damage, I would have it.
Thanks for the idea, but not today.
When you die, you become an object, and that object is technically still part of the battle as long as you're in the vicinity. So anyway, Tamanta's turn is over. It's his Volk's turn.
Out of wild shapes.
I'm debating whether I want to do this or not, but I feel like I need to.
What?
Just for funsies. So, those of you in the vicinity, meaning Flamora, Chance, and Strollvan, to a lesser extent Strollvan, although you might be paying attention, I don't know. You watch as Volk essentially creates a small bead of pure Vanta black darkness that's ringed by a small halo of light, almost like a black hole, in between 2 fingers. He then balances it on one, points it at the creature, and casts Finger of Death on it. He needs to make a con save. Which it makes a...
Wait, hold up. Who needs to make con save?
The creature. 17 is a failure. His DC is 18. So, it's gonna be dead because it's like 78 plus 30 and it only has 30 HP left. But just for fun, I want to see how much this rolls. Let me see if I set it up correctly. So 59 points of necrotic damage later, the thing fucking dies. And is withered. So you watch as this beam of pure blackness, almost like a negative laser pointer, hits it square in the chest, and all of the glowing light blue orbs and the crystals and everything that it had on it that was kind of giving off a little bit of bioluminescence immediately shuts off, goes dark, and its whole body is like withered and crumpled in on itself, almost as like a spider that was dehydrated, and just curls up on the floor. It drops its staff, which shatters and cracks, and is completely dead.
What the fuck did he do? Cast light?
He cast Finger of Death.
Oh, well, that'll fucking do it.
That'll do it, yeah. He was waiting for it to be low enough, and it finally got low enough. And then he's going to step over there so he doesn't get burned.
All right.
Fortunately, it's not a human. Unfortunately, it's not a humanoid.
I know, if only it were.
Is that the end of the fight?
It was a humanoid. That is the end of the fight.
Okay. Fucking come here, you one hit point motherfucker.
I'll turn off my auras.
Go for it.
I'm not dead yet, sir.
Come here, you motherfuckers. I am going to... Do I just waste a bunch of first level spells, or do I do this? I do this.
There's also no hurry now at this point. Well, there's kind of a hurry, I guess. You are in the middle of the hive.
I'm gonna cast, let's see, how long does this last? 1 minute? I could cast Aura of Vitality, which is 1 spell, and
I'll be right back.
Go for it.
Okay. and can heal you all up just gradually, like for over a minute, 2d6. So that's just 10 2d6s I can roll for all of y'all.
What do I need to do to re-summon Moyle?
An hour ritual, if I remember correctly. It's either an hour or a minute. But I think it's an hour.
It's a minute.
Okay.
Hey, Chance. Chance, whenever you summon Moyle, is he at full strength?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait for Chance. Fuck.
Even
I'm gonna wait for Chance to summon Moyle before I do Aura of Vitality.
I'm going to re-summon Moyle.
How long does that take?
A minute.
Okay. That actually might work. I need to see how long Starry Form lasts. Uh, 10 minutes, so go ahead.
Yeah,
As
I'm
soon
good.
as-
I'm going. I'm going to basically draw a chalk circle, and basically draw some runes and infernal, and then basically see it's got this just chanting out the spell. And
Sounds like you practicing for a metal concert, but
Yeah.
Moyle does officially return with half his hit points, which is
Okay,
15 plus 4, 19.
so for Moyle, I'm gonna start listing off numbers. Tell me when Moyle is full, okay?
All right.
9,
All right.
8, 6. Okay.
Yeah, is that
And
full with that
then,
second?
2. Hey, Boom, you still here?
yeah,
All right, I'm gonna same thing for you. I'm gonna call out numbers. Tell me when you're full, okay?
okay.
That's all going to Tiefling, right?
It's going for more, yeah. So right now it's 5 plus 4. You get 9. 6. 12.
Why is it not tracking?
7.
You not full yet?
9.
9. Hold on. He's not been tracking.
Oh yeah.
Plus 6. Plus what was it? 12?
Anytime I roll the d8s, add plus 9. I mean, I add plus 4.
I'm working on it. Plus 7.
I was just counting up on the thing.
Oh, well, you can do calculations in the token. That's what I was saying. And then 5 plus 4 is another 9. So, okay, caught up. That brings him to full exactly.
Okay, and then next up, Strovan. Same thing, buddy. How many 2d6s have I rolled?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Okay, so Strovan, this next round's for you, buddy. 4.
Before he does that, I would like to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to use 6 lay on hands on myself, so I'm back up to 15
No.
at least.
No, dog, it's okay. This is just Aura of Vitality.
It's just how
It's fine.
You know what? Actually, now that you mentioned that, I'm not going to go back and do all the math, but you shouldn't be rolling d8s for all this.
Why?
Because it only activates when you cast a spell, right? It doesn't activate when you restore it. You're not casting the spell multiple times. So.
That's true. Okay. Well, no, actually, yeah, I have to cast a spell that specifically heals. So,
Aura of Vitality, you could use a bonus action to cause one creature in Aura, including you, to regain 2d6 hit points.
buddy.
Yeah.
I got it.
We're talking about the Chalice Heal. The Chalice Heal requires, number one, it requires a bonus action to do, right?
It doesn't. It costs a bonus action to do the chalice healing. It's whenever I heal somebody with a spell slot.
Right.
That's when it triggers. So do you want to undo some math real quick, or do you want to just keep
No, it's
fucking
too
going?
complicated. Just go without the d8s for now.
All right, how many d6s did I roll? 5?
4.
Okay, so 11. Just tell me when Strovin's at full.
What I will do to counterbalance it is I will say Thrakar has no more uses of lay on hands.
Understood.
He had 35 left. I'll get rid of that whole pool.
How much more does Strovan need?
4.
Yeah. And then
You
I'm
were at
full.
9, right?
Yeah, that's why I calculated with the 9 right there.
Okay. I see. Second 9.
okay, how many? That was 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8. I have 2 more uses of Aura Vitality left.
You could
What's
top up
important?
chance. Chances under is not at full. But
Chances not missing
What's
very
chance?
much.
What's chance at? Out
30.
of what?
30 out of 34.
Yeah,
That's why I said top up. But I don't know how.
9.
Starcow is looking pretty banged up at this moment.
Oh, he's dead. He's damaged. I didn't know Devonta was
I
down.
am at 18, so.
My bad. I didn't realize you were dinged.
No. I said you're good, buddy. And that is going to be all of my Aura Vitality. So that's another 16 from me.
There you go.
All right, well, it's
Mega
gonna
heals.
take a bit putting his armor and everything back on.
Jesus. Oh,
10 minutes? 10 minutes later? Anyone have anything they want to do in 10 minutes?
Sigh.
All right, Flamora. From now on, please do not run ahead like a suicidal idiot.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't see the thing right there.
Agreed with Lord Chance. That's actually my job.
You could have very easily moved to the side of me and would have had perfect view. And you could already tell that we were staring down something fighting that was gonna try and cut us when Moyle was standing right there.
I am out of wild shapes. It's okay, guys.
Now, let's be cautious with our advance going forward.
Very good, sir.
Check the
Devonta
room.
is just glad everyone's okay.
Check the room. Let's see if there's if the thing we're looking for might be here. It's probably not, but that's given our luck. But might as well at least check.
Don't forget to track the dynamite.
I looked down the pit.
Your dark vision does not reach the bottom. It is a bottomless void as far as you can tell. It is strangely warm as you glance over. You can definitely feel a column of heat rising up through the center of this hole, this pit in the center of the hive.
It's a warm hole.
It's a warm hole. It's a nice warm hole.
And was there any other rooms, or just like the dead end?
This is as far as you got. You pretty much explored everything else that you know of.
Do we check this room over here?
Yes,
I think we did.
that's where you found the guy's body,
Oh.
the guy that you were looking for.
Alright, I'm going to do something vaguely stupid.
Guidance. I don't know what you're doing, but have it.
Y'all need Jesus.
Everyone make ready. I'm going to
Devonta is just fucking like tired.
everyone that is good in melee brawl, get to the front. Everyone that isn't, head to the back. That means you, Flamora.
Okay.
And Chance is going to toss a lit torch into the hole.
Falls down, 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 deep into the hole. You're not standing at the edge of it, so you don't know what happens to it, but you throw it in there.
Oh, Moyle isn't. I guess either Moyle, but I'll throw that in and
Whatever you want to do.
watch.
You gotta let me know these things. If you say I throw a torch in the hole and you're standing away from it,
I
what do you want
Yeah,
to do?
I mean, also like I'm not the only one that's standing at the edge. Like Chauvin's there, Moyle's there. Like fuck.
There are plenty of people there. So you throw the torch in, and it falls to the bottom, and when it hits, it is extinguished.
That means there's fluid down there.
You didn't hear a
Or
splash.
that
You
it-
said it was extinguished.
I mean, it was falling very far. It might have just.
What I will say
Approved.
is, make a perception check for
Moyle's making that, not me.
you. This is for you to estimate how far down it is.
Would that be perception, really? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna call it perception.
I mean, I feel like it'd be more like a math thing. Like, oh, hey, it fell for like this long, and it.
Nah,
You also judge this distance based off of your sight as well.
you're doing quick mental math based on how far the torch got. So this would be a perception check. It should
Well,
be a
then
disadvantage, but I'm not giving it to you. I'm not giving it to you with disadvantage because you have dark vision, so it makes it a little bit easier.
It wouldn't have mattered either way. I have a -2, in case you haven't noticed.
It's hard to tell how far really down it is, but you can tell it's far. Like if you jump down there, it's gonna hurt.
Do we hear anything from down there as the torch falls?
Your passive perception is high enough. I would say that you hear a low thrum just in general as ambient noise throughout this whole thing.
Mhm.
And the source of that thrum is louder coming from below you.
Does it
like-
sound living or mechanical or what is it? What is the nature of it? Does
It's
it
a
sound-
low, bassy hum. And
Okay.
it's been pervasive and ever present, even before you got to this chamber when you were walking through the tunnels to get here. But it is certainly at its loudest in this moment.
I forgot I have an insane passive perception. I just
You got a
looked.
22.
My guess is that the queen's probably down there, meaning our goal is probably down there.
Well, I mean, there was a person thing. What was that thing? I mean, sorry. I mean, there was a sort of cluster. What was that? I didn't really get to see much of it. Was it the person? Was it the?
It was a person. And you're welcome to take a look at it. Its corpse is still over there.
It hit like a
I'm fully
It hit
good.
like a freight train, sir.
We don't know what trains are.
Sure, no. There's
Like a-
trains on the moon.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
There's
That
trains
would be
on the moon.
making a joke because you're.
You discovered space travel, but railroads are a bit beyond you. Come on.
I would like to see through my familiar's eye
Mhm.
and send it down there.
Okay.
I'm gonna use investigation to dig through this thing's corpse. See if there's anything of use there.
Okay, roll me investigation.
So what do I see with my familiar's eyes?
As the familiar spirals downward, it can just barely make out, as it gets closer and closer, these tiny glow, yellow and pink, spotted throughout the bottom of the chamber. And they're coming from just ever so slightly bioluminescent plants. Light not really that bright enough to pierce the darkness per se, but all the way up at the top of the thing, but bright enough to at least illuminate patches of the ground, enough for you to realize that the bottom of this chamber, whatever it holds, is covered in sand, fine like desert sand almost. Also throughout the chamber down here, there are a number of what appear to be large rocks that are scattered throughout, and a couple of thorny tree-like growths that you've not seen before, that would appear new to you. Some of the rocks have been organized in what appears to be like a spiral formation around a central metal platform that kind of looks like several cog wheels stacked on top of itself, or like saw blades almost that are stacked on top of itself. And in the center of that stack, there is a metal cairn with a lid on it.
What?
I explain everything what I see to the party, and I also, since I flew down there with my owl, I will know exactly how deep it is. Correct?
You can make a guess. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 feet.
Yeah, I can't survive a jump from that. I'm sorry.
You can fly down there.
So if you could fly, that makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
I could make few up to 5 people fall like a feather, sir.
Do we want to fall into something like that?
If what we are looking for is down there, it will be, I believe, it will be prudent to acquire it before.
Speaking of acquiring things, with an 18 investigation, um, there's not a lot left on this creature that is would be
Not decayed.
yeah, not completely decayed and awful. However, with an 18, you would immediately recognize the crystalline growths on its body and on its staff as arcanite. It's quite a lot, too. A lot
Is
of
it-
crystallized arcanite that has grown from this creature's body and also on the staff it was wielding.
Is it usable Arcanite?
That would be another check altogether.
Arcana, and I still have guidance because for some reason he gave me guidance.
No, I think that would be either a detect magic or an identify spell.
Ah. Well, I have neither of those.
Fun.
I'll take it. I'll gather up what Arcanite I can take regardless.
Okay.
Just really quickly, I just want to see if I can cheese something really quickly.
Make me a survival check. Let's see how
Anyone mind to help me out with this?
Guidance.
No, I mean, anyone want to help me carve the Arcanite
Nope.
from this beast? It might be usable.
Sure.
No. No, that is very gross. I'm going to throw up.
Sure, I'll do it.
All right, I'll help Flamora's roll because she'll have a better chance than me.
in all likelihood. Okay. Advantage with guidance.
One more roll?
Advantage with guidance. Survival.
Okay.
I have several hit points. That's good to know.
It's good to know.
I'm just gonna write that down real
It's my
quick.
campaign guys on the sheets.
Okay, great. 19.
All right, 19 plus a D4.
Three.
Drew up
22.
over 20. Roll me 2d6. Okay, you get 13 crystals of arcanite that you can put into your inventory. One of you can put it in your inventory.
I'll carry it because I know we still have some people asking for Arcanite.
Yeah, who were those people?
Your blacksmith in town needs some arcanite.
Oh yeah, the one we're investing a lot of shit into.
Yeah, he basically wanted a football's worth of Arcanite.
Are we talking American football or
American, yeah.
European?
American football. We don't play none of that fucking imperialist shit here.
So
All right, now Now,
Uh,
it's
I'm-
dark down there, right? As in dark enough for there to be plenty of shadows.
Yep.
Now, I have a
question.
physics question for you, VG.
How many times can you do a bonus action in a round before you fall and die?
No, I'm asking, does teleportation obey the law of Newton's laws of motion?
No.
Oh,
Not,
If
not
it
God.
technically, no.
if it did, I think a lot of people would have died.
Because if it doesn't, I could hold it until at the very end. Hold till the very end, then just use the shadow meld teleport, just completely avoid the fall damage.
Yeah.
No,
And you
I
fall.
have slow
When
fall.
you fall 60 feet around. There's 100 feet down, so you could jump down and conceivably wait until the start of your next round to bonus action 30 feet. And then you'd only fall 10 feet. Although, to be fair, it is an area of dim light or darkness that you can see within range. So, technically the floor is not within range, so you could only get like 10 feet beyond, 10 feet off the ground before you'd have to use it.
Now,
Or you
does
could
the
just take
fall
the feather
happen? Does the fall happen before the movement, or does the fall happen before the bonus action would happen, or like how's that sequence?
I believe it's at the start of your turn you fall. If I remember correctly from the rules. I'll read it to you in a second.
So you could just fall more because you can break because you can interrupt movement with things. Just fall more in the second turn than Shadow Blend.
I'm just confused. Why would you want to use a higher level spell slot for that could be easily solved with
Spell slot?
Oh,
It's not
He
a
thinks I need spell slots to do that.
He doesn't
okay, fine. Rest of us could just go down there with the fucking
I
snowfall,
mean,
right?
I mean, I was joking because also I don't know how many people Snowfall covers, and if we may need someone to cover, but that, like, I was joking whether this guy thinks he can spend a spell slot, but in all seriousness, like, how many people does
Oh.
Snowfall cover?
All of us
We
except for Laura who can fly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm actually gonna have to cast it through my familiar to target all of you. Then I could cast it on myself later to come down.
But
Or
technically, Flamora can fly, so you can just cast it on all of us. Except for Flamora.
It covers 5.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
Awesome.
okay, so here's the rule on falling though. Falling is assumed to be instant. Xanathar says 500 feet per round. So if you drop, you're gonna hit the ground before you can have a chance to do any bonus action shenanigans.
Featherfall is a reaction.
Yes, I understand. I'm saying if he just fucking jumped and tried to do shadow blend bullshit, he's gonna hit the ground from 100 feet and then try to activate it. So I would take the feather fall if I were you.
I was hoping I could do some funny shenanigans here because we may actually need it. Then that would take to cast the Featherfall.
No.
Also, who are friends looking for the blade?
Thrakar and Volk.
Fuck, which one is the one? Are they both looking for the? Have either of them actually has it been stolen from them? I forget.
This is an
No.
this is an artifact that Hadrigan has tasked you with helping to retrieve. Volk and
Okay.
Thrakar have been looking for it. He has sent to you as backup to help them.
Would you say that these two? Hold on, buddy.
No, sorry. I was
Would you say that these two are quite familiar with the item?
No. I would say that they've been looking for the item. They know its description, but they would not be familiar with it at all.
Fair enough.
They haven't been in its presence at all ever. They've only ever heard of it from where it was written down. And,
Alright, I was gonna have them use the Seeker's Compass.
Yeah, it's all hearsay. No one here would be familiar with the item except for the things you just killed, probably.
Alright, cool. Fuck. Let's jump.
Well, you know what? Actually,
Mhm.
you know, it's technically not There's a chance that that's not true. I'll have Chance. This is kind of right up your alley. If you want to roll a history check with your what do you call it? Your profession dice added to that, you can, to understand what that item is, to see if you are more or less familiar with. I believe that they explained this to you. I don't think that I called for a roll on this, but I probably should have.
All right, history with my profession die. So that's a D4.
Mm-hmm.
Roll well, good sir. Roll
I think I
well.
still have guidance because how long does that last?
I can just guidance you again if I need to.
This is not something that you would be a heads up on.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I rolled 2-4, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, well,
Let him do
28.
it.
28 is fine. Yeah. So I would say that giving it a second thought, hearing what they're talking about, I believe that I explained in a previous episode what exactly you were looking for, not the name of the item per se, but the description of kind of what it did, more or less.
What you told us was, as far as we know, it's not magic. We just know that it was an assassin's blade that just happened to get passed down by killing the person who had it previously. It was taken.
Right. So that
Which
that
led us to
legend,
believe it was probably cursed.
that legend, that story is, it's not uncommon as legends go. Like there's many stories of famous weapons that change hands over the years. I gave you a physical description of it, right? What do you know about it physically?
I don't remember the description you gave.
I remember that I gave it to
What
you.
I remember, small blade. Small black blade.
It's a small blade. To describe it's other than it's a dagger.
Yeah, I think you said it might be like it was it was kind of ornate. No. That was I think that was actually another card weapon. Never mind.
Thrakar's war pick is absolutely decked the fuck out. It completely doesn't match with the rest of his shit. It's like it's a solid gold war pick with gems studded across it all over the place. Absolutely garish. So this I'll say that this doesn't make sense until now. With a 28, you can kind of piece certain things together. The item that you're searching for has been kind of cryptically described, not ringing any bells until recently. With a 28, you can piece together that there are not many weapons that have a legend such as this, where it's passed down from hand to hand. There are not many weapons that actually do that. There are plenty of legends surrounding them, but not very many, and even fewer of those are daggers, dirks, short swords, like smaller weaponry. Normally, a knife is a knife. People just take it, but this one appears to be special. So, you have an inkling that this might be a very powerful magical item.
Is he familiar enough with the object to be able to locate object?
Before we go any further, Thrakar. What was the other guy's name? Volk. Yeah. Sorry, I'm bad.
I'm tiefling. Yeah. Thrakar is the dragonborn.
Volk and Thrakar, I believe, given how closely you've brushed with death, I believe we are owed a bit more of the truth than what you told us.
You are owed exactly what you are owed, which is anything that Hadrigan has revealed to you thus far.
Well, he didn't need to reveal something to me for me to piece this together. This item we're after would not have the legend it has without being a considerably powerful magical artifact.
And in that you're most undoubtedly right.
The fact that anyone with a proper know-how of history and legends and artifacts would have pieced that together doesn't really it's not exactly amusing when Hadrigan could have told us that, oh hey, it's a powerful magical artifact that might be cursed, might have some other legion of baggage along with it. But no, just terrorist artifact. From one historian to another, I feel that was a bit uncalled for.
What I mean, that's on Hadrigan, not these two.
Can you blame him for not wanting to inform the competition? And what's more, if you are unhappy with the arrangement that you've made, you can take your crew and leave us to our reward.
Do not mistake me being upset as being unwilling. It's more me calling nature to the fact that, well, this might mean that if given what we've seen with these creatures, how they react to Arcanite and some of these magical effects in general, that might mean that I can only assume the queen of these correspond likely has in her possession whatever this item is. And if that magic has happened, and then if that magic is affecting the queen, we might be in a bit more trouble than we realize. So, I believe it might behoove about all of us to maintain our lives and get this job done. That you tell us what the item actually does, because you cannot fool me into thinking that Hadrigan doesn't know full well what the thing does if he is this intent on getting it.
Of course he knows what it does. If he didn't know what it did, he wouldn't be looking for it.
He also would have told you two, his trusted friends from your days of venturing.
Oh yes,
so
we know exactly what it is. We've done our homework and we've worked very long and hard for this. But you do not deserve that information. This is your trial run, I believe we put it.
Who's saying this? Is this Thrakar? Is it?
This is Valk. Thrakar is a dragonborn, and he will talk with a weird, slightly Middle Eastern accent.
Chance will actually step to Valk, look him dead in the eyes. Given how we have nearly died on multiple occasions here, I believe we are owed at least enough to know what we're getting ourselves into.
I believe you should be thankful to even be alive at all, considering Thrakar has been instrumental in keeping your party from falling apart. Twice.
Again, do not mistake me being upset with being ungrateful. I just happen to not be particularly a fan of going in blind. So even if you refuse to tell us everything, at least give us something that we can use if it comes up.
I have given you enough. We are here to retrieve an item that my companion and I have been looking for quite some time. We know exactly the nature of what we're looking for, and we seek to return it to our accomplice. Now, if you, again, are unhappy with this arrangement, you are free to leave without your money and without your prize. And most likely with a damaged relationship to someone you really don't want a damaged relationship with. Considering your green perspective on the whole Lord thing. I don't think he hasn't told us about you.
I would think less of him if he didn't. If he didn't tell you about us, I would honestly, quite frankly, be already leaving. Because the fact he wouldn't have told you, that does not confidence.
Sounds
to quarrel and to squabble.
Would you turn back now if you learned the true nature of this thing?
To quarrel and to squabble inches from the finish line is most unbecoming of a lord, and I suggest that we finish what we started. And with that, he'll turn away from you, and he will.
All right,
descend
I will remember
down
this.
the hole. Bye. He gone.
I'm going down the hole.
I'm waiting for Strovan's cue and then jumping down the hole. You insane people.
I have a wing.
That's true.
Things have happened.
I have 2 wings. Gotcha.
I have one singular wing.
How many people
And
can
I
you get
am
with
ready to
Featherfall,
do something
Tavanta?
with it.
Or not Tavanta. How many people can Strovan get with Featherfall?
5, so I'm gonna have to cast it through my familiar, see through his eyes, then cast it first time to get everybody else down. Then I have to cast it on myself to get down.
I am. I am not going. I am going to remember. I will. Chance to remember this.
That's fine. You can remember it all you want to.
What the fuck is all of this shit?
Okay, I'm gonna kind of scatter you around because Featherfall works in mysterious ways.
Can I
I think that's everybody. Am I missing anybody?
Wait.
I don't like any of this.
Does Savanta has a wild shape left?
No.
Nope.
No, he's out. So now
Here's
that you can see the
No.
chamber,
the
just
last.
Wait.
hold on,
We have
hold
a
on,
problem
hold
then,
on,
because
time out. I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. I gotta take a pee before we continue. So discuss what you need to discuss, but I'm gonna pause real quick. Okay, be right back. Okay, back. So, the rest of you now can take in the chamber. It is as I described before. You can see several rocks dotted throughout, some odd, spiny plants, not dissimilar to like cacti or Joshua trees that are growing in this space, as well as obviously the cacti are slightly bioluminescent and illuminate enough of the ground here that you can see most of the chamber, but not enough that you could see it from the top of the hole at the beginning of this thing. In the center of the room there, you can see that metal platform, that several sawtooth like platforms stacked on top of one another, with kind of an oblong metal cairn that is closed with a lid.
I want to be a dummy and say, what the fuck is a cairn?
It's like a pot. It's used to hold things. Usually, a cairn is like specifically burial cairns are very popular in like ancient Egypt. It's like they would store your organs in it in like jars, keep them off to the side. That's what a cairn is.
Yes. Between Thought and Mr. Dragonborn Man, which one is the more studious of the two?
More what?
The more like studious, like the one who's like more astute.
Volk seems to do most of the talking. Thakard barely speaks, if at all.
I'll give a guidance to Volk.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna want to do some investigating or something around here.
Really quickly, I'm gonna double check some stuff.
How fine does this sand look?
Very. It's like beach sand.
I'm gonna
Like
move
California
over to.
beach sand.
I'm gonna move over here and stand on the rock.
Okay.
I also have another question, and this is gonna be me as a experienced like D&D player, or I don't know if this is Savanta paranoia. I don't know. Will my passive perception pick up anything like moving in the sand? Do I sense anything else about this area? Do I pick up on anything more than what I see?
Passively, just that thrum. There is a slight vibration that comes in waves while you're inside of this chamber that you can see just over the sand, almost like radiating out from the center. You can see waves that come out from the center that make ripples in the sand that spread outwards. Almost like watching the ripples in a pond, but if you kept hitting pause and then play over and over again, it's like paused ripples every now and then emanating from the center platform.
So,
I touch it.
actively looking, do I see anything odd, out of place? All these trees and stuff, all these plants.
All this
naturally
seems way out of place. You don't know any of these plants. You've never seen these before. These are new to you.
Alright. I've done what I can. I'm gonna sort of move back here and chill.
Let's see.
The fuck is that?
Does he have a-
Does anyone see that crescent moon situation happening at the bottom of there?
Huh?
No.
I see like a slight shading of gray in a crescent moon shape towards the bottom of the circle.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. It could be the shadows of the room, maybe. I don't know. Or you could be seeing things. One of the two things.
There you go. I'm not crazy.
Okay, so you two are moving back. Does anyone else want to do anything real quick before I have the NPCs go? Fucking Jesus.
Oh, it's my visibility. Okay.
So no one's doing anything. Everyone's just standing still. Volk is going to. You can watch him move across the room, and he's moving very, very slowly and deliberately, taking very careful, very delicate steps in the sand. Have him roll. Stealth.
He has guidance on what the heck he's trying to do.
So if there's anything in the sand trying to sense us, it will have a problem we'll have a problem noticing.
Hopefully.
He has guidance.
Yes, I know. Shit. Oh, max. So he has a 15 total. Okay.
That's always a good thing, right?
No.
Oh no.
I thought it was fun. I thought that,
That is,
when that happened,
that's a
That's a sound of clench your butt cheeks.
that's the sound of a beaten DC is what that is. Okay, so Volk
That's-
gingerly and slowly makes his way over to the center of the platform, and then reaches into his cloak and takes out some stuff and begins fiddling with the top of the thing. Does anyone want to do anything?
Moyle is going to shadow blend onto the rock with Chance.
Okay,
I'm gonna start flying up. Like, how tall is this thing?
it's 100 foot.
Okay, I'm gonna fly up like 30 feet.
so y'all's just gonna leave me, Chauvin, and everyone on the ground. Cool.
Well, I'm just thinking like standing on the sand, and well, if you don't move, you should hopefully be fine.
Mm-hmm.
After about 60 seconds of just this pregnant pause of anticipation, all of you hear a very slight click from the center of the chamber. Volk puts whatever he was holding back into his cloak, reaches and lifts the lid slowly off of the top of it and gently puts it down on the ground. Reaches in and pulls an object out of the cairn and then puts that in his cloak as well.
Can Moyle see what he put in his cloak?
Make a perception check.
Can I see what he put in this cloak?
Not from there. Moyle would probably be the only one who can see at the moment because he's up on a rock, number one, and number two, his vision isn't blocked by rocks that are rigging the thing.
Gotcha.
18.
He put a small, jagged blade inside of his cloak.
Ah, that's our glory.
He pulls a second thing out of the cairn and puts that in his cloak.
Do we need to roll again for that, or most will just be able to see this?
No, that's fine. It was a small sack. It seemed to be filled with something. Puts that in his cloak. Then he motions to all of you and points upward with his finger, and with a quiet word, begins to float toward the top of the chamber.
Oh well, I'm just fucked. Okay.
Oh, he just leaving us here?
No, I think he's just saying, "Let's get the fuck out now, please."
Yeah.
And I don't really actively have a way to do that. I need to double check actually, see if I do.
Devonta, do you have a bag holding on you?
No, I do not, sir.
In the bag.
In the bag.
In the bag.
Fly quickly. I don't want to suffocate. I mean,
have I used my steed yet? I don't remember it or not. I think I did.
yes, you have.
You
But
did
it's
your
over. It's far away from you right now.
Yeah.
Because you told it to hang tight for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was trying to remember. I didn't recall directly.
I believe you had it. I believe you had it waiting for you outside. I think. Is
Yeah.
Where we left it.
Yeah, he had it, but this was before you came into the chamber we were just in. He had whenever he used the sea to fly, like ferry some of us down to where we were fighting, and then told it to like hang tight for a second because he didn't want it to despawn yet and turn back into a figurine.
Alright. Is he just gonna leave us here, or is he like? Because the car's also, unless the car's still.
He's going up. I don't know what the rest of y'all want to do.
So now, what's the CR of giant bats?
What's the what?
The CR of giant bats.
I think they're 1/4.
Could we all ride some giant bats?
Theoretically. Hold on, I'll look it up for you. I don't. Can you summon 4?
Giant bass 1/4.
Yeah, 1/4. So you could summon, I think, 4 of them.
I just summoned 8. 8 beasts of challenge ready. Oh, I don't have some challenge. Oh, shut up.
What?
So was that a yes or a no on the bats? I couldn't hear you.
That's a no on the bat. That's a no on the batteries. I'm sorry, guys. I failed you.
Was there no?
I was gonna conjure like 8 fucking giant bats to carry us up, but that's not gonna happen. Flamora, let me get in the damn bag.
Question: why are you not gonna do it? Like, I didn't hear your reasoning for why you couldn't do it.
I don't have it prepared.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have the spell prepared for the day.
Sorry, on my way back from the kitchen, drink water for pain meds, I fell down. So it took a little while to get back.
It's all good.
Oh no, you're good, buddy.
Everyone is trying to figure out how to get back up.
Everyone hop into Flomora's bag and she'll fly us off.
It only has 500 pounds, so.
She can't hold all of you. She can hold
Well,
one of you at a
Tavas is
time.
next to her, so
Wait,
Tavas is
so-
getting it first.
Coming down was a bad idea.
Not
Turns
necessarily.
out.
It all depended on how well people rolled on stuff, but turns out that they rolled pretty good.
Why don't
Yeah.
you just carry us up and down so Flamora can fly down, get to Vlantha, fly up, fly down, get like you said 500 pounds, so probably moral and chance fly back up.
I mean, she can just be a fairy. It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, the only other option I could think of was try and climb the walls.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I have athletics of ass.
I could, in theory, try to climb it.
Well, you're welcome to, sir. I will be gladly taking the bag of Holding Express.
Somebody
Shoot you,
has to
bitch.
be taking spider climb, right?
Is the wall a sheer surface?
It's not like a fucking, I don't know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
like looking at the wall here, it seems jagged at the climb. But if that's wrong, then well,
Yeah, it's a hive, so it's not perfect. It's not smooth.
You can climb. You can go ahead and climb.
You could try to
Go ahead,
climb.
climb.
It's not 100% climbable. I'll say that. If you have spider climb, it is because you can stick to walls. But if you're trying to climb this thing, you will need some equipment.
So,
what about claws?
That don't count.
I mean, claws you can dig in, but okay.
If you wanted advantage on that, you make your guy large.
I mean, I was about to say like if with the claws is actually doable.
No, not necessarily. Claws are for attacking mostly. They're not for climbing.
Unless you have specific like burrowing claws, kind of like claws that are meant to like dig into stone and granite and stuff like that.
Also, I believe that there is an evolution specifically for climb speed. So.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And also like claws like that are meant for like sticking into somebody or like slashing at people. They're not necessarily to dig in and hold weight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
I imagine like Lady Deathstrike rather than like a cougar.
what?
You know
That
what
Holy
Lady Deathstrike
Express.
is?
We're bringing science into D&D again, which is always a good time.
It's all good.
Always.
Bottom line is, if Flamora takes her time, and is careful, then you guys can all get out of there eventually.
Yeah.
Can we?
My question is, are you getting everybody out of there?
Yes, including their car. We're not leaving him behind. Not being an ass.
Yeah.
Plus, why would we leave someone behind?
Leave no man behind.
Yeah. Looks at my 300 GP diamond less.
He's big. He's probably the hardest one to actually bring up. The rest of these guys are pretty skinny nerds. Not big black cock dragonborns, you know.
What do you say that you do?
You pick them up off the sand, it looks like a tripod was standing there rather than 2 footprints and a hole in the ground.
Cease and desist.
That's fine.
Well, at least if anyone wanted to, he's fucking hung like a horse. Let's go.
No.
That's how you get those fucking dragon horses.
This warpig isn't the only weapon I'm carrying on me.
See the new rod?
Okay,
Is that a great club in my pocket, or am I just happy to see you?
okay. Let's get.
All right. Anyway, everyone's back up at the top.
Yay. Since we're done with that, what would have fucking happened if we were all idiots and just created a bunch of noise?
Probably death, but you never know.
Keep in mind, there's supposed to be a queen around here somewhere.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Alright, man.
Sure, it was.
Don't worry about it. Chance, you honestly worry far too much. Come on.
Hey, stop being a fucking dick.
Given how close a lot of us came to dying, and how one of us did die, you do not get to talk to Hunter.
Yeah, but he's alive. Come on, man. We all made this. Come on, man. We all made it.
We made it
It's fine,
because we
come on.
prepared for shit going wrong.
Exactly. We were prepared. So it's fine. Come on.
Fine.
I apologize, sir. I thought this was where the thing might be.
It was what the thing was. And a little bonus for you as well. We have no need of it. Volk, once you're all back up there, tosses that small pouch at Chance. And it's a pouch of several gold and platinum coins.
Wonderful. See? Everything worked out in the end. Now let's get the fuck out of here, please.
That's the love of the gods.
Yes, but given how one of us did die, Tavanta, you do not get to speak about my paranoia.
It was a joke.
Didn't sound like a joke.
It didn't sound like a joke when you were popping off earlier, so chill, dog. Come on, man.
Really quickly, as you are leaving the chamber, as you guys are essentially exiting this area, that ever-present whine is cut through with this like low, kind of otherworldly alien roar that very loudly comes from where you just were. And the whole hive begins to shake and quake every now and then, like something big is hitting it and causing it to move. Which
Chance will just look at Tavanta.
I will remind you from the outside. This
That
place
was
is held
not
up by
in character.
essentially strings of glass. So beating a hasty retreat is definitely
Run.
in your wheelhouse right now.
Run.
But I will say, as this whole thing begins to shake, bits and pieces of the hive and the ceiling and the clusters of crystal that are hanging from it begin to fall and collapse. And we're gonna make this a skill challenge to see if we can get out of here alive. So,
Oh no.
What? So yeah.
Also, Chance, that was not in character, bud. Calm down.
that's fine. Relax.
Sure,
We're doing
sure.
a thing.
I
Move
thought
on
it was a
past
character because it did the voice.
Move past and onward into the future. So, as things are falling and threatening to crush you, I need everyone to make me an athletics check or an acrobatics check, your choice, to leap over or dodge falling rubble.
There's nothing I can do
I
personally.
forgot to take off guidance, but that's still a 20.
Fair enough.
The acrobatics. Oh. No, that is wrong.
Can I give
That is
myself
no, it's good.
I die. The end.
I mean, you rolled, but you didn't roll normal.
Yeah.
That was normal.
Then why did you give 2 results?
Do you have disadvantage for acrobatics or something?
Because no, I have that's the first one I rolled, and I have advantage. Why is that rolling like that?
I don't know. But we take the first correct roll. So, Flamora, why do you have acrobatics doubled?
Yeah, she re-rolled it and got an 11.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
see that now.
I'm fated to die.
All right, it's fine.
Oh well.
So as bits of roof and ceiling collapse around you, with Strovan blade dancing between them as they fall. Unfortunately, one of them just takes you by surprise. Part of the crystal amber wall breaks down and begins to fall on top of you and essentially knocks you to the ground prone and pins you there.
Can I double back and help?
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I was gonna look over my shoulder and just lightning bolt the shard to break it so you can get out.
So that could it's any creature within 5 feet. I'm pretty sure he's within 5 feet of the glass that's fucking pinned him.
Well, it's a skill challenge. We're not gonna worry about some shit here. So, why don't you roll damage for lightning bolt, because these things do have an HP, and the rest of you two, if you're trying to lift it off of him, make an athletics check.
Oh,
34.
34. Great. I wrote down their HP down here somewhere. Give me a second.
Can I give it? Fuck.
Wow, you guys are weenies.
5 and a 1.
Get over here, bitch!
I mean, if I could activate Blade Song, I might have a better chance. But
I'm
that's only 1
assuming that
minute
you had
long.
Blade Song on already.
No, because if I have Blade Song on, then I have advantage in acrobatics.
Oh, well, then this doesn't need to happen at all. See, that's why I
Oh,
was
no,
asking,
dude.
because you should have Blade Song on. It hasn't been that long since the fight, right? It lasts for 10 minutes or something like that? A minute?
Unconscious.
Oh, well, does that knock it out?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no
Yes.
reason to say you want to turn it back on as we were leaving, given how things are falling apart around us.
I
And you need to
assumed
be
you were
quick.
blade dancing, and I just took it at face value. So my assumption was that you already had it on. If that's the case, then you can take your 22. That you rolled, 'cause that was the
17.
first one. No, you rolled a 22. It's fine. We don't need to worry about it. First correct roll
That
was the
was
one before.
incorrect.
The acrobatics with
Okay,
advantage,
whatever.
right?
Whatever, we're running.
It works. Never mind. Rewind time. In another universe, you died horribly, but in this one, you kept going. In this one, you actually had your ability turned on because that's what I thought happened. So moving onward, jumping through, bullshit. Some of the other cocoons and hives, and some of the bugs from the outside are beginning to crawl inside the hive to try and get you because they know something's wrong. I'm going to need dexterity saving throws now from everybody to try and miss damage from, whirling scythe-like chitinous blades.
These are all the things I'm bad at.
Are we within range of Thorkar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we are running as a group. So
Yep.
we okay. +4 to these for everyone.
This is the Lord of the Rings
10.
moment where they're running through Moria.
10.
Dexterity save
Dexterity saving throw +4.
+4.
Wow.
That's gonna be an 8 +4, 12.
Chance isn't bad.
So that's an 11 for Chance and a 19 for Moyle.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll some d6s.
I don't want a bad
9 and 6
one.
is 15. 15 and 5 is 20. So 20 points of damage to everyone who got under a 15.
Okay, fuck me.
Wowie wowie.
Would these count as attacks if we are getting attacked by the things?
I'm
Like you're
saying
calling a
that
save for the purpose of the skill, John. But I'm asking if these would count as attack for the purpose of me
they're
using my
essentially
staff.
counting as traps, is what I'm counting it as, because you're running past them and they're swiping at you, so you're trying to evade while you're running.
All right. How much
Can I
damage?
cast? Oh, sorry.
You want to cast something?
The chant. I'm sorry, the question. Go ahead.
How much damage was it?
20 flat. Should also probably do.
Actually, I should probably do this. I was gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
After this happens, no.
No?
We're taking this as a whole skill challenge. You don't got time to stop and heal up. You would need to leave now. Unless you want to stay behind. During one of these chase things, it's assuming that you're dashing the whole time. So, unless you want to slow down to cast it on yourself and be behind the rest of the party, that's up to you.
Yep. I'll just keep running.
Let's go.
I don't know if I can survive another volley like that.
Well, we'll see. At this point, you guys have made it around to the entrance and or where you came in through. There was that hole basically in the ceiling where you guys dropped down from. You need to get back up to that hole. Some of you can fly, so that won't be a problem. But those of you who can't, I need you guys to make me athletics.
We're at the entrance, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna whistle for my nightmare because I had him waiting at the entrance for us.
He's there. He can't get inside, but he's there. You need to
How
climb
can I
up to
get
him.
inside?
You need to climb up to him.
Isn't the thing falling apart?
It is falling apart. There's a hole in the ceiling. You need to climb up to the hole to get onto the nightmare. Does that make sense? You're climbing. I'm making it a skill challenge, my guy. I'm trying to think of skills to do. This is off the cuff.
I mean, fair. I was trying to see if, me preparing and having the fucking horse wait, they can fly, go through the ethereal planes, but he can't get in.
Inside. No, he can't get inside. You can whistle to him all you want to.
Yep.
He's there waiting for you, but you need to get to him.
He absolutely can't get inside.
Oh, DMC otherwise do not contradict him. How high is this hole?
No, like 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
You need to just make a little bit of a climbing check in order to do it. It's not a high DC. You just need to make it.
Can I just use a spell?
Well, you're using initiative. Yeah, if you have a spell that can fly, go for it.
Fat fingers. That's why there's initiative. Getting to the.
Anyone who has levitate
Wait,
or fly speed of their own can do it.
Wait, I was just going to Misty Step up there.
Or that works too. Anything that can get you up there without the need to climb, then you don't have to make the check. You can just do it as long as you spend your spell slots or whatever.
All right.
Everyone else needs to roll an athletics check.
Is there any chance I can guidance this? Yes or no?
Again, this is you going all out trying to get through. Unless you want to pause for a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm out.
All right. I am going to touch Moyle, take the Shadow Blend, and teleport 30 feet up.
Cool.
So.
Moyle's left behind. Typical.
I mean, Moyle has decent athletics. He's better at this than Chances.
That's fine. I know.
No.
It's just like, well, that's very typical of you to save yourself, bitch. Just in his head. All right, so you can get up there. That's fine. You don't have to make the check. Moyle can climb. Go ahead and make me an athletics check for him. This DC is not hard. Unfortunately, you rolled a 7. That's fine. Even with a natural 1, with his +6 athletics, he makes it fine. This is a DC 5. Yeah. You don't have to go very far.
Yeah, Chance will hold out his hand up, pull him up the rest of the way.
Yeah. I figured a bunch of nerds doing athletics checks, I should probably make one easy, right? Thurkar's the only one that has to make it from now on. He gets a natural 16 plus a whole shitload, so he's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
You can fit 2 people on your nightmare. Who are you taking?
Moyle and myself.
Okay, you 2 are on the nightmare. A couple people are flying. Thurkar and Volk have to run. Strovan, I believe, has to run. Starkout, you can't turn into flying things yet, so good luck with that.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Oh yeah, fuck. I forgot. I mean, can Flamora just carry Starkout?
Not if she wants to make it as far as you guys go. She's gonna be slow. You're gonna be lagging behind.
Yeah, we'd have to stop and have me get into the bag, and that's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah. All right, Moyle. Tavanta's a fucking weenie. Moyle runs. Tavanta gets on the fucking nightmare.
So,
just go.
So those of you again who can fly, meaning just Moyle and Chance on the nightmare and Flamora are all good to kind of skim the edge of this. The rest of you have to take that amber bridge that you came across to begin with, and it is beginning to crack and fracture as you are running across it.
How brightly is this chamber, by the way?
The whole chamber is probably like 500 feet in any direction, just diameter.
How brightly lit?
Oh, brightly lit? Very. Remember that there's a column of light that is shooting up from the ground and illuminating pretty much everything.
All right, I was checking to see if there's any shadows for Shadow Blend, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, not until you reach the mouth of the thing, which at that point the thing will be over anyway. But anyway, people who are running, the bridge begins to shatter and crack, and we have one of those moments where the thing begins to fall out from under you, and you have to try to catch up to it before it completely disintegrates. You can either make me a athletics check to outrun it, or you can make me just a straight dexterity check to step on parts of it as you're running that are not collapsing.
Either way, I'm kind of fucked. I have a 0 in athletics.
Now, VG, you say that the library can only carry. Oh well, never mind. I said
nightmare carries 2 people. Who are you taking with you? You chose you and Moyle.
Yeah.
21-23, fantastic. Thurkar has to run. Volk has to run. Thurkar got a 19 plus a bunch of stuff. Volk makes the save too. It's fine.
Also, you couldn't carry me on your nightmare anyway. I'm too good alone.
Everything's hunky dory. Yeah, everyone makes it across. So cool. Yeah, so you guys dexterously bouncing between pieces of the falling rubble and listening as the amber shatters on the thing below. You make it to the entrance, that hexagonal tunnel where you came in, and just managed to climb in time before the rest of the bridge collapses. And as you look behind you at the destruction, you can see the tail end, this like horrible glowing red maw worm-like insectoid creature that has burrowed out of the bottom of the hive and it's thrashing around and roaring, and it's definitely the sound of that noise you heard earlier.
That would be the queen.
This thing is monstrous. This thing is like easily easily 50 to 100 feet long, depending on what part of it you can't see. It's covered in what looks like rock, but it also looks like, even from this distance, you can see it's glowing brightly red, like bioluminescent red, almost like cooling magma from beneath the rocky scales. And it's just thrashing around and roaring and being generally terrifying.
Does it look like it can fly at all?
No, it's a worm.
Now, you said that the supports connecting this hive to the rest of the chamber above the void is breaking.
Yeah, the one that you were on broke. Several other ones have broken as well, but the hive is not in danger of collapsing fully at the moment. Several
Let's see if we
other
can fix
strands
that.
are there,
Is there any strands within 120 feet of me?
but yeah, there's a couple, but you're gonna need to break a lot more than just a couple. Like I said, this chamber is 500 feet across diameter, and there are plenty of strands here.
Well, I'm saying if it's still thrashing around and it's causing more damage, I'm basically trying to make the damage more severe, so there's a chance that the worm's thrashing might actually cause the hive to fall into the abyss.
Okay, what are you doing? You gonna aim for one and do what?
I'm gonna lightning bolt.
Okay, roll your damage.
Is there a couple of them in fireball distance?
Any what?
Any of them within fireball distance, like 150 feet?
Any bridges? Yeah, there's the other one. There's one that Chance is aiming at, and there's another one opposite of that.
I'm good. I'm not gonna do any crazy attack shit. I'm just gonna hightail it out of here.
Okay.
Oof, that is not good.
No, it doesn't quite do enough, unfortunately. It does a decent chunk, and you've weakened it a significant amount to the point where it'll probably snap off if the worm continues to be mad. But it's holding at least for now.
So the more you want to fireball.
If you want to fireball something, pick something and fireball it.
I picked the one that he just hit.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. So a distinct explosion in the center of the bridge sends a shockwave throughout it, and it just disintegrates into a cloud of amber glass that crashes to the floor below. As of this point, I will say that is the end of the quote-unquote skill challenge. And you guys have absconded from the hive with your bounty in tow.
And no D100 to see if the hive falls or something? Shame.
No, it's like I said, these things are. It was built with that worm in mind, let's say, and plenty of reinforcement. I mean, even as you were fighting through it, there was reinforcement happening. That is their one purpose, to build this big ass hive that can contain a giant worm. So
Unfortunate. Like I'm not super mad, but we might have to come back here and kill that thing just for the fact that it's a core spawn near civilization.
I'm fully gone.
Anyways, fuck this shit. I'm out.
Yep. Chance catches up pretty quickly, I imagine, because Nightmare is a fast boy.
I mean, you could have done that from the entrance with everybody else. Lightning bolt is such a long spell anyway.
This is
Fireball.
All right. So, after beating a hasty retreat down the tunnels back where you came from, you once again find yourselves in the solitude of the Underdark.
Well, that was fucked.
That was very fucked.
That was certainly interesting.
How about we all make a collective agreement to not do that again anytime in the future?
I promise.
And let's go. Something hurts in my kidneys. Something slashed me.
Yeah, there's someone we have to. There's one more thing we need to do before we leave. Entirely.
Is it cast cure wounds at second level on myself? Because I'm already on that.
No, it's remember we still have we have a civilian that oh no, you were here for this. Last session we found a single survivor.
I know. I rewatched. I know there's a boy in a Galder's tower.
Yeah, we need to get him.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome to. We
It's just
you can leave him to his devices and come back with us, or if you want to, you can go back for him. But either way, once we are out of interference range, the car and I will be departing.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to meet you back at Hadrigan's. I assume that the contract is still in effect, that we will get paid upon arrival.
Yes, of course, and we'll speak of our adventures with Hadrigan once we get there. But like I said, you can tell him yourself as soon as we're out of range or not. It's up to you, but make your decision before we leave.
Well, as you so eloquently put it before, I am a lord, and I do have at least some obligations to people. You know, my direct subjects.
what are they talking about?
Suit yourself. And you continue to walk. At a certain point, as you begin to make camp for the night, this is several hours later, and as you begin to go for a long rest, Vulcan and Thurkar stand apart from you across the tunnel, and Vulk begins to draw symbols onto the wall, punctuating them with an oval doorway that appears in the center. Last chance to come with whoever's going.
Do we not want to go with them?
Oh, believe me, I want to get out of here quickly, but we still have that one that one civilian who need us get to safety.
I believe I will take their invitation, sir, if you're so inclined.
Yeah, I need.
Same here. To be honest.
If those two are going and it's just Chance and Moyle down here, I'll stay with Chance and Moyle just to keep them safe.
Out of character, my meds are kicking my ass, so that's why I'm saying I'm gonna go with that.
Dip your ass out of here, boy, and we'll see your next character next session.
Yeah, about that VG, I do need to talk to you again, because after today, I realized we need something else than what I had planned.
It's fine by me. Nothing's set in stone until we actually play it in a game, so things are fluid.
Cool.
We'll talk once your meds aren't kicking your ass and when you feel you can take it.
That's gonna be a while.
That's fine.
And
We'll figure it out.
That's fine, dog. I hope you feel better, okay, babe?
No promises. Like I said, I'm on that good pain meds and a muscle relaxer. So it's like,
Yeah. Well, whenever you feel up to it,
you're on
hit
that
me
good,
up and we'll find a time. I've got the rest of today and I've got tomorrow, and I've got Sunday and Monday are probably the other two best days for me. Every other day I'm probably working. So.
okay, just ping me and remind me.
Yes, sir. See you later. So, Strollvan and Flamara disappear through the portal that Volk has drawn in the door, which closes and seals and erases itself behind them as the four of them disappear.
Can I make an Arcana check to just so I can ask what that spell was? Like, out of character, I think I know what it is, but
it's not the one you're thinking of, but go ahead and roll Arcana and I'll let you know. Nope.
Wow.
No idea. That it seems familiar to something you've seen before, but not familiar enough to jog your memory.
all right. Well, let's go get a civilian who's in the Galder's Tower, which should, I repeat, should, because I know VG's a fuckhead. Love you, VG.
Well, I mean, I will remind you that your Galder's Tower only lasts a day, and you've been gone for more than that at this point. So,
have we?
Mm-hmm. There was a long rest in between you getting to the hive and when you're going to get back to the city. Anyway.
I mean, to be fair, you were the one who said long rest. I wanted to at least get to the guy before we did the long rest. Could.
Well, I mean, there's two long rests, so either way, it's going to be too long for Galder's Tower to still be in effect. Regardless, but yeah, you get back. You can get back to the town. Everything is pretty much as you left it. Unfortunately, the corpses are still there, but after small amount of time searching, you can find the unfortunate, traumatized individual hiding in another broom closet. This time, he had the forethought to barricade the doors and windows and grab a sword from one of the dead guards. And he kind of holed himself up in the inn while you were gone.
Sorry about that. I had thought that wouldn't have taken as long as it did, but I was unable to. But well, that spell only lasts 24 hours.
I'm appreciative that you came back at all, to be honest.
It's okay. Let's get out of this godforsaken cave.
I mean, I don't know where I'm going to go after all this.
Well, what's your trade?
I was a fishmonger. That pool in the other room was a breeding ground that we had made for the townspeople to have fresh fish. But of course, the fish were all poached, and the town is no more. So
Let me ask you this: would you be able to make another one of those on the surface?
not by myself. I may be able to. I may be able to make another living somewhere else. But
What if you had the funds to make a new one? Would you be able to do it then?
It took a crew of a dozen men at least to construct that over the course of a month or so.
And if it was made, would you be able to at least run it yourself, or would you still need more?
I suppose I could participate, but the upkeep, the breeding, I suppose I could try. I would need several other individuals.
Let's just give this man back to civilization. Stop trying to recruit people to your town.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of want to just try and make something of myself elsewhere. Leave this whole traumatizing debacle behind me. The nightmares are going to be long and
Understandable.
definitely psychologically damaging, let's say.
I ask because I am the steward of a town called Lairship on the surface, and I have been trying to bring a bit more. What's the word? Life into the town.
Savanta rolls his eyes and starts walking away.
Yes,
I may be willing to provide you the funds to and the building, get that started if you'd be willing to set up that work in Lairship.
is a gracious offer, my lord, but I would just merely like to get to safety first. These tunnels are not where I want to be.
Understandable. Safety first, then business.
How much did the pouch of gold and platinum have in it?
It had approximately 5 platinum and about 68 gold.
Alright, I'll figure out how to split that real quick.
It's an odd number of stuff.
Well,
Amalgamated from the
isn't
corpses
5
of several
platinum
dark
50
elves.
gold? Isn't 5 platinum 50 gold?
Yeah, 5 platinum, 68 gold.
Okay, each of us take 29 gold pieces if we break it down.
29 gold, you said?
Yeah, 29 gold pieces for everybody. And then there's a piece left over.
It's in the bag.
Well, we'll escort him out. Escort this guy back to civilization.
Fair enough. Well, he's gonna have to go and try and find a soup kitchen or something because he is homeless and destitute, and
Well, I mean,
has nowhere
my
else to
offer
go.
does stand.
Yeah, but like he doesn't have lodging up there either, and this is all he's known. He at the very least can find work amongst the many elves of the what did I call it? The common quarter? I forget what I actually called the tiers of this fucking place. The common shelf. The common shelf is like the craftsmen, farmers, working hands, poor people, shantytown. That's the bottom ring, literally, of the capital city of Absterator. The one that you entered on, the one that has there's a bridge that leads to it, that kind of travels over the common shelf, leads to the merchant shelf. And then above that is the noble shelf, where all the ruling body in the castle is. So it's kind of like a triple tiered city. You guys
Well,
bring him back to whatever he's thankful, all that fun stuff.
yeah, I will at least let him know that if he does change his mind, the offer does stand.
I may take you up on it, but for now, I will just settle for being grateful that my life was spared.
Yes, I am sorry that we couldn't save more of your time, save anyone else.
As am I. Who knows? Perhaps I will seek training so this doesn't happen again.
And then back we go to the surface.
Sure. So this is now verging on several days later. Probably this is a week later. After all that, so you've spent about
Hey, Cassie,
About
is
half an
there like a travel service or anything like that in order to get down here from down here to the surface, like carriage or shit like that?
yeah, there are carriages you can hire to take you to the surface if you want to. There are odd beasts that live in the underground that you can also purchase, but those are expensive.
I'll just charter a carriage to take us to the surface because I cannot be fucked to ride a horse
Okay.
more than what I've been doing for 2 weeks.
So it's it'll be 5 gold per day of travel total for everybody.
How much we spending?
So that's 5 times 7. So
Well, no, it's
35.
just. So it's 35 for each of us.
No, just 35 total.
Does say it was 35 per person.
No, five gold per day for everybody as a group.
Oh, okay.
So it's just me and
Times 7.
So it's just me.
No, it's me. It's you, me, and Moyle.
And Moyle, who they're counting as a person because he's bipedal. So yeah, so
I'll pay it.
qualify.
So I go to 78 gold.
Great, fantastic. And eventually you would arrive at the surface. That's as far as the carriage goes. You can walk your way out, but it exits into Anik, capital city of Anik, in the country of Anik, ruled by the family of Anik. And you guys can make your way back to Hadrigan's town from there, which was
Yeah.
Zazni, if I remember correctly. Go back to the map now.
Yep.
Excellent. So I'll move you all back there. Cool. Couple things. As you arrive in town, and as you're traveling through the streets, and heading back to Hadrigan's Manor, his estate, you can see that there has been I don't know what to call it, other than a gruesome display in the central courtyard of the city. There are 3 individuals dressed only in small clothes that have been pierced and placed on display gruesomely. Their bodies rotting and decaying, and so slowly their flesh sloughing off onto the ground. And each of them is displayed on a long metal spike that has been essentially erected in the middle of the town. In addition, each one of them is wearing a wooden sign with a rope around their neck that says thief, and one of them says vandal, and the third one says traitor.
Well, fuck.
Holy shit! What are
And
these people?
we're coming back to Hadrian City?
Mm-hmm.
Or this is just in Onyx?
This is in the middle of the central courtyard of Zazane.
Well, I avoid that shit.
It's hard to avoid. You have to travel through the central to get to where you're going.
Take a different route. I want to see that.
Tis a grisly display. That's all I will say. But nonetheless, you arrive back to the manor. Inquire of his butler, who leads you back to the study, where Hadrigan is once again able to greet you. And he opens the door and says, "Ah, yes, the intrepid adventurers returned from their wonderful, wonderful display of competence, I must say. Volk and Flakar had quite the impression of you, let's say. But I suppose you're looking for your reward. Allow me to fetch it for you." And he reaches down underneath his desk, kneels, unlocks something, and pulls out a hefty sack of gold and 3 items, which I will randomly generate for you. Let's find out what they are.
Girl staff with a bad guy.
Yes, exactly. Random.
Ring of Infinite Wild Shapes.
I'm going to make it a traitor. And I'm going to have the 3 of you each roll me a d8.
What'd you say, bud?
Roll a d8.
Oh. As all things should be.
Yes. And I roll a 4.
Then,
Come on.
Ah.
So close.
I do not adhere to your standards.
Thanos would be displeased with you. All right. So he places a pair of very finely made leather boots with golden engravings on the table. He also places a spell scroll on the table, and he places a small glass like perfume bowl, kind of with a lid on it, kind of like a crystal, kind of like that crystal shit your grandma has to like carry perfume in, but it's a bowl like they would have for candy. Places that on the table as well. Says you may pick one. These are very special boots of elven make. The middle part contains a very special magical ointment, and the third is a spell scroll of my own authorship that one of you may wish to add to the repertoire.
What's
the middle? What does the bowl do?
That's a good question. Let's find out.
I assume the boots just boots out with cotton.
Yep.
Most likely.
The glass thing has like a white like paste in it. It's very very thick, like aloe kind of consistency. It is Keog Tom's ointment. You can swallow it or apply it to the skin as an action, and you regain 2d8 plus 2 hit points. If you're poisoned, it ends that poison, and you are cured of any disease all at the same time. And it has four doses in it currently.
And what spell is the spell scroll?
That's a very good question, my friend. You are all about good questions today. It's almost like
Thank you.
know.
I really appreciate it.
It is a. I'm gonna reload it. Those options suck.
Revivify.
Yeah, right. Tis a scroll of gaseous form.
I would either take the boots or the paste would be more useful.
I would. What do boots of a kind do? I forget.
I think it's like an advantage on stealth checks and stuff. Don't quote me on that. I'll get it. Boots of a kind. In other words, move silently, regardless on the surface they walk. Mechanically, it grants the wearer advantage on stealth checks that rely on not being heard while moving.
I kind of want to get the boots just so I can complete the set because I have the cloak and the boots.
Don't get the boots. Get the paste.
You also have so you make no sound when you walk, and you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks that rely on moving silently. Does not require attunement. None of these require attunement. It's worth noting.
Ooh, that is tempting, but no, I think we need the ointment.
Dude, take the paste. If you don't take the paste, I will stab you.
You won't.
You really mean it?
I am in an egregious amount of pain.
Alright.
I will do it.
Alright, so one of you, I don't care who, add Keog Tom's ointment to your inventory. And make sure to note that it has 4 doses somewhere. Just type in the compendium, type KEO.
No,
it doesn't come up. Hold on. Search ointment, does it come up? Is it restorative ointment? Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's called restorative ointment in the compendium for Roll20.
Motherfucker, you know how difficult it is for me to move shit into other shit.
So I have a chance to it.
Yeah,
Who wants to carry it on them? Let me ask that. Who wants to carry it on them?
I'll carry it, I guess.
Okay, cool. I will open your sheet and put it in there for you.
Yep.
If you haven't done it already.
I have a question for you, Adrian.
You're welcome to ask.
While we were delving into the hive of core spawn that had absconded with the artifact, I realized something. An artifact of that legend and that long of a tale simply cannot exist without being some kind of magic. I tried to inquire to Tharkar Bulk what that might be in case we ran into something that was using the item, which we nearly did, but thankfully we got away first.
Yeah, so I'm aware. They informed me of your curiosity.
Now,
This is the nature of our field.
they were disinclined to answer my question, and I hope that you might be a bit more forthcoming. What does the dagger actually do?
I'm gonna take a seat somewhere in his office.
Well,
And I'm gonna just
currently that is a bit above your pay grade. You were hired to retrieve the item, and I have thanked you for it, rather generously, I might add. So you're welcome. But the item and its knowledge and its particular usefulness are mine to behold, as is the nature of our agreement.
Of course. Okay. Fair enough, I suppose. I will have to accept that utter lack of a response.
just because it was a negative response to you doesn't mean it wasn't the response. But who knows? Perhaps continuing our relationship would reveal more in time. That is entirely up to you, of course. But at the moment, I have no other need for assistance. So,
Just be careful that if it winds up being cursed, you don't wind up getting yourselves or the rest of us killed.
oh, believe me, I know what I'm doing.
With all due respect, Sir Hadrigan, this isn't me naysaying you. Everyone says that.
Well, in my case, I know what I'm doing.
Well, I'll take your word for it. Well, I suppose I should be getting back to Lerashev. I do have duties to attend to there.
Yes, of course. Do let me know if you need anything from the townsfolk.
I'm just gonna let Chance leave, and then I'm just gonna get up out the chair, shake Hadrigan's hand, and say, "I don't necessarily hold the same. What's the word? Countenance as my friends. It is good doing business with you. I hope we can do more in the future." And I shake his hand and I leave.
Well, I certainly hope that our business arrangements grow even more profitable than they have been. I look forward to our future partnership should it ever arise again. I'm assuming I can call on you both at Lerashev should I require additional assistance.
Of course.
Excellent. Well, I'll be in touch.
Alrighty then.
So,
Yes,
I don't know
I'm
if anyone
in.
has written down exactly what I promised you in money-wise, or if I didn't promise you and I was smart and I left that up to future me, which is what I probably did.
You left up the future you. I would
Awesome.
have written it down.
Perfect.
I did write down an amount.
So, there were 4 of you, coin to be split evenly. Let's call it
2,000.
no. I was going to give you more than that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking an even 1,000 for everybody sounds fair. So 4K split 4 ways. Sounds fair to me.
Fuck Jesus.
I'm sorry for lowballing. Shit, I should have gone higher. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a bad negotiator.
No. This is fine.
Fuck me.
Puts it in bag.
I am a merciful God. You're welcome.
I got some money to take back to the missus. Let's go.
Yeah. I could just drop a whole fucking stack of bills in your lap. But yeah, so you guys can get basically 400 platinum in a small wooden chest you guys can take with you on your journey, returning to Lerashev, etc., etc.
Yeah, let's go. You first walk in the door and say, "What, Bill?"
I actually think I get more than 1,000 because of the contract.
Nope.
No. My contract with Strovan, he has to pay me a bit of his share.
That's true.
Oh my god.
But he's not here to do that, so we'll figure that out at a future date.
True.
Strovan's about to become an NPC, so we can do whatever the fuck we want to him after that. But in the meantime, while his character is still in play, we'll hold off on that until next time when he's here. But until then, I'm actually going to call the session early because I have not slept since yesterday.
Fair.
I could not get to sleep because it is 100 degrees in my room, and I couldn't fall asleep. So I'm gonna call it there. We'll make it short today.
Something you need to sort out for next session, because it's been a month basically. So taxes.
Oh yes, yes, your taxes. Why don't we do that right now while we still can, while I'm still awake?
And after all this, I want to talk to you.
Let me history, whatever, blah blah blah, towns and services, etc., etc. Where's Lerashev?
So I think it's about mean to their English owes me fucking 4 months back taxes.
Yeah, that fucking guy still ain't back yet. Just saying. Someone's gonna have to foreclose on his fucking property. All right.
Travanta's gonna steal the shop. I'm gonna open up my own business.
All right, let me pull up the fucking rules for this shit here.
You want to end session before you do all that?
No, I do it on camera, so I have a record of it. Dungeon Master's Guide.
The taxes are going directly into the house fund to try and get things fixed up.
Sure. Running the game. 2:35 is where that starts. Let's go down there. Have to wait for it to load. Do. Alright, there we go. Dice, blah blah blah, ability scores and checks, attack rolls and saving throws, role play.
I just think I should multi-class into life cleric real quick.
Do you worship a god?
Technically, you don't have to worship a god anymore for a cleric.
The what?
I mean, I don't really know about that, but you have
did we get a lot of
to
those?
worship something. 'Cause that's what a cleric does.
I worship the stars.
For a
And
paladin,
the-
well, for a paladin, you don't have to worship stuff, but for a cleric, you have to worship stuff.
Did we get a level out of this?
Yes, you're gonna get a
Actually?
little out of this. I'm gonna do that at the end of the episode. You guys can do that. I'm trying to find the fucking
Sure.
whatever.
I didn't know never mind. I didn't know we were actually gonna level up.
Yeah. You guys will be level 7 once we actually end this stuff. Trying to find the thing. It is not anywhere. There it is. Okay, hold on. Blah blah blah. Adventure seeds. Running a business. It's around here somewhere. I found it. Cool. Okay. So we're gonna need to roll a number of D100s for each business that is open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 businesses that are giving you taxes, and you need to roll a D100 for each of them.
Is that 6 businesses including the new one that it's been a month after? So because I remember giving them the first month no taxes.
Yep.
That first month had breaks.
That is including the new one, Ambriel Alchemical.
All right. So 6100 you said?
Yeah. I mean, constant pain. All right, what do we got? Okay. Oh, I want to fucking find it again. Okay, so 50 gets you. Covers its own maintenance cost for each of the days. Congratulations. This is for the White Crow Inn, which is, I think I was treating as a guild hall or whatever. Inn. Here we go. Inn, town or city, 5 gold per day times 30. 150 gold for the month, so it covers 150 gold, so we can add 150 to the total. Somebody keep a tally of this somewhere. 150.
I'm writing it down.
The next one was 16. This was for the Defender's Arms. Unfortunately, Dean Budd did not have a good month. He has to pay 1.5 times the business's maintenance cost for each of the days. So his maintenance cost is a shop, which is 2 gold per day, times 30 is 60 gold for the month. So he has to pay twice the business cost, so he has to pay 120 gold, which is unfortunate for him. So write down 120.
Is that in addition to the 150 from before?
Yeah, I'm totaling costs of business right now for everybody. 71 for the next one is maintenance cost for each of the days plus 1d6 times 5. 10. So whatever the business was, it would be Gunter's Mixtures, which is an apothecary, an herbalist, and potion maker. So 1d6 times 5 would be 10 gold plus whatever it takes to run that shop. which, if I remember correctly, was a 60. So 70 gold. Add that to the total.
70 total.
Yep. Next up is 96. Somebody had a good month. Who was it? Roll the dice. Let's find out. What was it 96?
Yep.
That's the maximum you can get on that one, and that is the setting sunstone. So the whorehouse has been visited a lot lately.
Yo, the
There's a lot of people
whorehouse
looking for comfort. I guess.
rolls well.
The whorehouse has been consistently getting high numbers.
Hey man,
Why?
they have quality entertainment over at the Sunstone. I'm just saying. Old man Jenkins' daughter is really pulling in the profit. The business covers its own maintenance cost plus 3d10 times 5, which I'll roll for right now. 1, 2, and 3. We got a 4, we got an 8, and a 3. So it's 8 and 7 is 15 times 5. 50 and 25 is 75. So 75 gold plus whatever the business cost is for a whorehouse. We're going to call it an inn because it's kind of a place to stay. So it's 5 gold per day times 30 is 150. So it's 150 plus 75 is 225. 225.
Plus what?
225. Added to that too. Okay, 225. Great. What was next on the list here? 54. Middle of the road. That is its own maintenance cost, whatever this next business is. That would be the Cattail Cottage, which is the general store, which is a shop, which is 60 gold. So you can add 60 gold to the total. And another 16, which is another double the profit of the second poster shop, the Ambriel Alchemical. So now that they're paying taxes, it is a shop. So that's 60 gold times 2, 120.
You said it was 6. Okay,
120 added to that 565. Okay.
And then how much is what's on the potion shop?
Second potion shop was 120. So it should be 745. Cool.
Yep.
745. And you take a portion of that. Believe it was, what do we decide? Roughly 20%?
I think so.
We'll call it 20%. So that's roughly speaking 150 gold out of that goes to you.
Nice.
I make up these rules every single time we do it, but whatever. 150 gold to you. We'll call it good to that. Cool. Alrighty. Does anyone else have anything they want to do real quick before you guys level up and end the session?
Nah.
Cool. I'm real tired. I'm gonna go. I will see y'all hopefully next week. Well, whenever the next time we play is. We will continue the new voting system, and hopefully that prevents me sitting in a call for half an hour waiting on people who ain't gonna show up. But until then, expect my thing on Sunday, and I'll catch up with you guys in the meantime, and we'll play again. And you can start on the next leg of your journey as level 7 characters now that you're officially leveled up. All right, bye.